Okay, hi folks. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. I'm Mike Morales here in sweltering Southern California. That guy out there is.
Jay Silverman, Phoenix, Arizona.
Jay is enjoying the monsoon weather in Phoenix. This is the almost the beginning of August for us, or is it what, second week in August, something like that. You may only be watching this in November, but right now, yeah, I know. We have that many submissions. We have another one, a brand new one. You may not have seen this if you're watching. If you follow us on Instagram, you may have seen this tequila. You know what, Jason? I love the packaging. I love this
Got a
packaging.
nice color. The numbers going around, adding up to pi,
Yeah.
3.14.
Why? The thing is, it's kind of an unusual name, Pi Tequila, as in 3.14, and that's the signal, the signature for the Greek for pi, I guess. Um, and the what I may as well go ahead and read from the website why they call it pi,
Yeah,
because
we have been wondering.
yeah, it was a, bear with me because the website's not that friendly. There's not the okay, that's why. Yeah, that's the one I want. I actually have to sign in, which is okay.
You don't want to tell them how old you are, do you?
Yeah, no. Are you? What's
You're
it say?
asking,
Are you ready? It
you're
says
asking if you're old enough.
the website. Yeah, I know, huh? I'm old enough to drink, that's for sure. Uh, they have. I thought at one point this was Mexico only, and we solicited them and found them on Instagram, and I want to be able to read why they called it pie. But about us, there we go. Maybe that's where I need to pushing
That'll
the
tell you.
limits, meet the family. Okay, so it says the soul may not be destroyed. The soul goes on forever. Like the number pi, it is without cessation or conclusion. Like pi, it is a constant. Pi is an irrational number, and it goes on and on and on, okay? And it goes on and on like the number pi.
Does it go in circles?
Yeah, well, no, thankfully, because then I'd be, really having a hard time reading it. But it's actually quite romantic. It was kind of it was unusual at first because it was a little confusing why they would call it pi. Now it makes total sense to me. So that being said, I'm going to we just broke the seal. It's got a safety pour on it. By the way, I'm going to do this now. I want to nominate it for Brand of Promise and Packaging. I thought it was very clever. I didn't even know until they sent it that you actually see the numbers. They're kind of superimposed on the
Oh yeah,
on the mat.
nice print on there, and it's very unique. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it photographs really well too. I'm going to pour mine in a Stasel Jarrito. And what are you pouring yours in?
I think I have the same thing. I forget
Yeah, that's a
what
Stasel.
to call it. Yeah,
That's an Obama pour, bro.
I know. I wanted to give it a solid pour because we only have the two. I might not finish it. We'll see.
I don't know.
I might. I very well may.
Never,
No.
yeah, I don't, with these glasses, you really don't need a whole lot. I don't even know. It's kind of late afternoon for us, so I'm not sure if you can see that now.
Yeah, this is happy hour, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well,
Why can't
yeah,
I
it is
kill
actually
two birds with one stone and
during
enjoy my
this.
daily drink with tequila aficionados
Yeah.
everywhere?
Uh,
Salud, friends.
Now, what kind of legs and tears are you getting? They're rather streaming. They're kind of thin.
It looks like a computer readout. It's like an EKG. Let's see.
That's not bad. It's actually got some decent legs and tears. It looks very natural, so it's not not super clingy, not
And
super.
now I'm starting to see the legs come down nicely and start to form pretty nice tears on there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The neck of the bottle had a safety pour, so we couldn't get a whiff of what was in there, so we had to actually pour it.
Yeah, we just cracked this open, so I did not try to get a sneak preview.
Yeah, well, I only just received these, and I'm surprised you got. I think within the same week. This is a first for us because normally we have to wait like weeks before both of us get them at the same time. But we got. Um, we're very fortunate. They moved heaven and earth to get. You should see the amount of paperwork that was on the air bill when
Yeah,
when it wound up on my
it was
doorstep.
a special import.
There's a lot of lime. It's really zesty on the top there.
Yeah, you get a little honey, and they mentioned lavender on the website. I can see where they get that floral note from. Does have a little bit of a floral note.
I will tell you that I've had tequilas from this distillery before. What was the number you mentioned?
No, I'm 1439.
Okay, I have had tequilas from this distillery. As a matter of fact, I told Jason off camera that I'm lugging bottles around from like 7 different bottles, maybe more than that, from just one brand that comes out of that distillery. So it's kind of it's got like a small to mid-sized distillery. There's maybe, I don't know, 15 brands or less that come out of there, I think. I haven't counted them, but it's not a whole lot. And they do make flavored tequilas, I have discovered, and they make them very well. I'm hoping this doesn't need the flavoring on it. Yeah, there's some sort of a sweetness on the nose that
Like a butterscotch.
Well, the website doesn't tell us a whole lot about process, how it's made or what it's baked in or whatever.
I believe it's autoclave, and then we don't know much beyond that, but there's some information out there on the website pietequila.com.
Yeah, they didn't send us any POS with it, and like I said, it came from the importer, but it was
open up a little. It's nice.
Yeah,
I'm starting to get some very pleasant, like, kind of well balanced kind of earthiness with a little bit of kind of a modern. It's I don't know how to say, like a modern process, but kind of pleasant.
We know that the distillery doesn't, as far as I know, it's a small distillery, so it does not have a diffuser. We haven't, we know which ones do. This one does not, and yeah, it's starting to open up. There's a little bit of alcohol. The thing with this is that it didn't, because of the safety pour that it had. There was no evaporation, so it's going to take a little bit longer to open up, unless we use an aerator.
No oxygen in there.
Which I could, but that'll change it really quickly. But it does have alcohol down there. Not a whole lot, just enough.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I say we taste it because at the first pass of the first aroma, it was a little bit of a you called it lavender. I thought maybe it was rosemary or something. It was some kind of herbaceousness that's gone now.
Yeah.
Well, let's dive in. Let's see what we got, man.
All right.
There was something sweet there. I'm gonna give it a second pass here in a second. Great finish, though.
Reminds me of Ria Azul a little bit. The Blanco has that almost like a chocolatey taste in there, a little cocoa.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's got a nice palate. I'm getting some nice kind of medium cocoa and a little honeysuckle, and like it's very pleasant. I'm not getting like tons of agave, but it's overall like it's very likable. The first taste it's nice.
The exterior flavors are probably additives, and those are okay. They're allowed in tequila. If some people, I know there's a big campaign or there's a big to do about tequilas with additives, and the nose is actually very pleasant. Um, like I say, I've had tequilas from this distillery before without their Blanco is solid. The Bohica I've had, and I've got a bottle of it here, and I believe Mar Azul Blanco, but their flavored line is stellar.
Mm-hmm.
And they know how to use the coconuts and but it says that on the label. It's got these people have like a whole line. The owners of this brand,
Yeah.
Mar Azul, they have like 4 or 5 or 6 different flavors, and they got the chocolate, and they got the. I'm just not. I mean, it's surprising that they would use some of those in other brands for other brand owners, but in a lighter touch, because the labels on Mar Azul will say infused with natural chocolate flavors or whatever, and they're not very cloying either. They're not the super sweet where it's like like the powdered sugar kind of thing.
Yeah. I like it. It's got a really appealing taste and finish. It's really pleasant. Like I said, I'm not getting a ton of agave, but I'm getting like a nice, kind of an interesting, like more modern mouthfeel. But it's very drinkable, very enjoyable.
Oh yeah,
I get a lot of that cocoa and
there's some citrus going on in
I was
there
gonna
too.
say citrus and cocoa kind of balanced with each other, but it's really pretty good.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I guess it would be cocktail forward for you, right? You could really play with this because again, the character of the Blanco is there. You taste it at mid palate to the finish. And it's got a nice medium to long finish. It's good. I
Mhm.
mean, on its own, it's good. With the extra flavoring and additives that you get that they're putting in here,
Mm.
and again, not off-putting. It's not cloying. I like the nose. I
Like
like
a little more of a modern approach, I would say.
yeah, exactly. And
It's good.
I wouldn't call it industrial either because it's not
Yeah.
like fuser made. It's but you're right. It's more contemporary.
Yeah.
It's kind of I guess maybe a purist wouldn't like it, but I think like you were saying, cocktail forward pairing,
Yeah.
um, make some great fruity drinks. But again, as a
But yeah, you could pair it with
personal
strawberry
preference,
or passion fruit, and
yes,
um,
yes.
you could even do an old fashioned. I mean, tequila old fashioned with this would be good.
It's got great lip numbness also. I mean,
Yeah.
the agave character is there. It's in the Blanco.
Nice mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's got a great mouthfeel. What do you think, Jay? Do you think it's a brand of promise worthy? You think it's gonna? I mean, and it is more. It opens up. It has even more aromas. That's interesting. I've
Yeah, I
sensed
like.
aromas in it than the flavoring, and the aromas aren't bad. I gotta say, I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah, I could definitely enjoy the rest of this glass, and it would be no problem at all.
There's a passion
Very
fruit
pleasant.
or mango in there. Probably more, maybe less mango, but there's some fruit in here. I gotta say, they're doing it quite well. They're
Yeah,
doing it quite
it's
well.
nicely made. I mean, it does have that, low alcohol, and it's got some interesting flavors. It's pretty well balanced. Yeah, I would say it's promising.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay, I'll go there. Brand of Promise nominee, and again, as Jason put it, it's more contemporary, more modernized. Of course, the additive thing, it's not a law. It's allowed by the normas of tequila, but they don't have to put it on the label. It's not like they're required. TTB doesn't care either. But if you do, then it might be something that you'll avoid. And if that's the case, then I would recommend you go if you want to find a true standard for this distillery. Look for Bohica, look for Mar Azul Blanco, and those are the two, I think, standard bearers for the distillery that'll give you a really good idea of how good their Blanco really is. And don't be put off either, because they do have a line. The Mar Azul line that comes out of this distillery is great. They do a great job for flavored tequilas. I hope to be able to get to them maybe this year, if not next year, because they dropped off like a whole set of this stuff on my porch when I was living in San Antonio, but only one. They never sent any of them to the other tasters, so I've been lugging this whole line, this whole portfolio with me, and hoping to get to that, if not this year, then early next year, so that you guys get a really good idea of what's available. And they're right now, Bohica and Mar Azul Blanco and the line are Texas only, as far as I know. You haven't seen it in Arizona, have you?
No, I mean, when you look at the label and you see the importer from Texas, it leads me to believe that you'd be easier to find in Texas, and that's their entry point. So we'll see. Haven't seen it anywhere else. It's brand new, probably, to the US.
This Pi Tequila would be brand new. Yeah, this line.
Yeah, Pi Tequila, and so
it's not bad. The nose is really pleasant.
That's you won't be disappointed if you give it a shot. It's pretty
yeah, it's good. Yeah. It's well done. I
don't know anything about the price or availability right now. It's probably too soon to say, but it's got a good drinkability. It's got a nice, pleasant aroma. It's got an interesting finish. It's got that hint of cocoa. It's very enjoyable. I could see people liking this a lot, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, that's our take on Pi Blanco, which is like I said, Pi Tequila Blanco, beautiful packaging. I will say that I'm very impressed with the packaging, the story behind it. Check them out, pietequila.com. You can also find them on Instagram under Pi Tequila, if you're just Instagram. And they have the next one up that we're going to taste is the Reposado Cristalino. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what that is all about. But that's our take, pietequila.com. If you've had it, if you're watching us on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, and you've had it, leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys think. If you're watching us on YouTube, first of all, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Yeah, give us a like, because that helps up the algorithm. But, tell us what you think in the comments, and whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely, friends.